Pisces, welcome to your weekly reading. This is a love and romance reading, what you need to know right now for whenever you are watching this video. So let's just go ahead and dive right in. What does Pisces need to know right now? We have free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. Have you felt caged in or trapped in some way? That almost feels like an Eight of Swords energy going round and round. Taking control could be Emperor, Empress energy. Let's keep going. Healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. And believe me, I know that's very hard to do sometimes. All right, past life relationship. You have known each other before. And, you know, I've heard people say that we incarnate with, I want to say, around 10 souls that we have contracts with or something like that, continuing. So just because it's a past life thing doesn't mean it's karmic or anything bad here. So, but I do feel like you have had some type of connection with this person in the past. That could be a Six of Cups energy, Judgment. Ooh, Hanged Man. There you are, Pisces. And you know, when you show up in the reading, that reading is specifically for you. I mean, it's for you anyway, but you could get the most out of the reading. This is seeing things from a different perspective. But as we know, with your planet Neptune, it's a disseminating energy. So it might be time to pull on that energy to release yourself, to let it dissolve, because that's Neptune. It's a creepy energy, but that's okay. Ooh, look at this. Wheel of Fortune. Wow. And the Seven of Swords. Definitely seeing things differently. Maybe that's part of the healing family issues. If you can see things differently, try to put yourself in their shoes, because I don't know what the extent is of what happened there, but if you can come to some type of resolution, I think that would free you. The Fool. Look at that. I love that. Aquarius energy. I feel like cutting again, so we're going to cut again. Ooh, Chariot. Cancer. Look at that. Wow. Ready to embark on something new here. The Emperor, there's that. Ooh, and that's a card of hard control. The Emperor, hard control. Really taking charge. Wow. And if you have felt tied up, like literally with that Hanged Man, this is saying cut yourself free. All right, one more row. The Moon. Face your fears here. Two of Pentacles. Try to stay in balance. And the Queen of Swords. Yeah. This is that, I feel like with that Libra energy there, it's your ability to just say no to things. Cut things out that's not benefiting you. There's a lot of power here. Let's see what's crossing these energies. I think this is, you know, your base, your core energies of either wanting to move on is what it feels like. Certainly feels that way, looks that way. Ooh, all right. And so the Moon here, that's also one of your cards. So you have the Moon and the Hanged Man. There's the Eight of Swords. Wow. Right underneath this, you see how I was saying that it looked like that circle of swords? There it is. Bam. All right, so you have to free yourself. Seven of Wands. Leo energy. Oh, and more Leo energy. Be bold, be brave. It's time to get back out there because that's Leo. So definitely it's time to free yourself. Some of you may be leaving a relationship, or maybe you're already single, but you haven't fully mentally and emotionally left it. You know what I'm saying? Could be that. But it is time to, pick yourself back up, dust yourself off, kind of a Nine of Wands, and just get moving. King of Cups, follow your heart. Seven of Pentacles, Taurus energy. Here's that Five of Cups. That's that sorrow, regret. You got to take control of your emotions here, because that Emperor, that's all of Kings combined, and he's not in that space of, woe is me, not happening, Captain. Not with that Emperor energy. Okay, Ace of Swords. Now, this could be a person you're dealing with, so we'll just get to that. You have victory here with that Ace of Swords. Something is ending here. I felt this from the get. Having to free yourself, right? Ten of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. You have two aces here, which is really nice. We'll draw the bonus cards at the end of the reading. I have not forgotten. They are right here, right next to me. I just wanted to get into the reading. So main thing here, free yourself right here. It's time to take control of your life and your emotions. This is like wallowing in self-pity. No, 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 no. I mean, do be kind and gentle with yourself with that King of Cups energy. Love yourself. But right now, the big thing is, and it doesn't even matter to me that there has been some past life connection here. That's past. People get so trapped in that circle. Maybe if you feel like you're drawn to a certain type of person, it's probably because there's something here that needs to be healed within you. If you find yourself consistently, like I said, drawn to a toxic or relationships that it's like a different person, but it's the same thing over and over. Okay, that is a clear indicator there is something within you that needs to be hidden. That something within you that's hidden that needs to be brought to the light. Sorry, I misspoke. My brain is going faster than my mouth can keep up here. So there's something, you have to face your fears here, and there's definitely, fears and worries wrapped up in this. You have to trust your intuition, learn to trust your intuition, possibly, if you're not, and be easy on yourself for maybe making these possibly mistakes, regrets. I think you need to give yourself a break here, but it's time to move on from that energy. It's time to see things differently. It's time to take what you've learned from these situations, learned about yourself. That's what I'm feeling here. Time to free yourself and disconnect emotionally from those swords. Have to. When you do that, and it's probably not going to be easy. There could be a dark night of the soul coming in here. Let's look at this. It's time to let things be gone. And I think you're going to have to face some fears here in order to get balance back in your life. You're probably out of balance. This is out of balance emotions. This is out of balance thinking. And so when you let the past be gone, and that past self, that version of you, when you also bury it too and become the new version of you, that's when things turn around. That's when you start seeing clearly. That's when you have victory. That's when you have balance. When you face these fears, and the fear could be of change, of seeing things differently, of being honest with yourself. We have these kings here and this emperor. So this is about taking authority of your life and everything in it, all the decisions you've made. I thought this was a love reading. I didn't want to hear all this. But I think this opens the door for serendipity, for good luck, good fortune to come your way. And so the Seven of Wands is Leo energy. It's about having firm boundaries, of not letting these types of energies come back in again, because then it's just that hamster wheel of you being stuck in relationships that are not fulfilling, that aren't meant for you. So once you heal yourself, you're going to attract and you will be attracted to a different type of person, because the people that hurt you in the past, you will literally look at that type of energy and be uh, just disgusted by it. I think you would change your thinking, like, why would I ever settle for something like that? So that's that hanged man energy, creating an aversion to the things that caused you all this pain and suffering. You're not going to be attracted to it anymore. You're going to stand your ground. You're going to have firm boundaries. And that's where things are really going to, I feel like, improve for you. It's interesting. We have fire and then Seven of Wands, and we have Wands and then Seven of Swords. Interesting here. The Seven of Swords and the King of Wands. I think the strategy here is keeping mystery about yourself. There could be someone mysterious coming in, a King of Wands energy, someone who's very attractive, very outgoing, probably hard to pin down. This could be somebody who is a lot of fun. Now, if this is the type of energy that you are attracted to, the one that has been letting you down a lot, then, this is the kind of energy you want to stay away from. Let it be your sign that this is not the one, if it's the same thing. Now, on the flip side of this, I can see this being as you being very attractive, and it could be at some point when you are ready, time to go out into the world and put yourself at center stage, but with a lot more boundaries and really high self-esteem, being very dignified about, everything you've ever been through, and very passionate. We have this creative energy here, but also a bit secretive, not telling everyone your whole life story the first time you go out on a date. There's things that you don't want to trump on, and you certainly don't want to talk about your exes or the pain and suffering you went through. You know what I'm saying? Keep it to yourself. That's not how you want to start a relationship. So I think having some mystery and keeping things to yourself would be good. Now, like I said, if this is someone who's very attractive and a player who keeps secrets, this is a no. And to me, it doesn't matter if they're a past person, past in this life or past in another life. It's time to move away from that cycle and to really focus on yourself. I feel this could be healing family issues. We have the King of Cups. It could represent a father figure, grandfather, or the masculine energy. Healing something with masculine is what I'm feeling here with this King of Cups, Scorpio energy. We have all these pearls of wisdom that he is bedecked in here, bedazzled almost. This is learning from your past. So the King of Cups here is reflective with the water of the cups, but all kings are air. So this is wisdom. This is emotional intelligence here, an emotional maturity. But then we have this Fool. This is telling me when you get to this stage in your life, whether you're masculine or feminine, that's when you're ready. When you get to this, you're ready for that. You're ready for something new to come along, because this is healed. This is the healed state that you want to jump into something new with. That's it. Can you hear the cow mooing? He's so loud. We do have this Chariot energy here. The Chariot is about focus, determination, willpower, drive, and victory. Whatever you put your effort, your mind to, your focus on, you can have victory in it. You can have a harvest. And so the Seven of Pentacles is very, I feel, analytic, because it's saying, as you're really focused on something, is something that you want, is something you desire, quite possibly, because this is Chariot energy, it's water energy. We think of a heart's desire, right? This is saying, is the work worth it? Is the juice worth the squeeze? This is about looking at what you are doing with your resources. Where are you putting this balance in your life? This is about seasons also. What season are you in your life in regards to if this is a love and romance reading, so where are you at in your own personal development of healing? Are you ready to start a new crop? Are you still working on yourself? So, this is saying know where you are before you start pursuing like another relationship or something else, right? But I do get the energy here of wanting another relationship, wanting to start something new. I feel that big time. But are you ready? That's the question. We have the Emperor, we already talked about it. But the Emperor is not an emotional card. It's all the kings. It's emotional stability. It's not this. The crossing energy is what hurts or helps. And I think, you know, if you haven't healed this, it's definitely going to hurt you going forward. It's going to not help you gain control. This is about gaining control of your emotions here in this. That's what I'm feeling this is about. Now, for some of you, quite different from this feeling here if this was a person, because I have to look at it both ways depending on your story. This could have been someone you dealt with who was very cold, probably authoritative, very controlling, not emotional at all for some of you. This combination right here would be like someone who is emotionally abusive, verbally abusive in some way, and almost feel like this could be you just sitting here crying, hoping that every day it would change, but you don't change. You can't heal someone like this. You can't. There's nothing you can do. This is one of the situations where you have to free yourself. If you were dealing with a situation like this where this person is just trying to control every aspect of your life, and that does happen. And this could be something that's followed you from a previous life. So if this is your story, my goodness, you have got to heal that part of you that makes you think that you can't do any better, because you can. Should never allow anyone to treat you poorly. That is just always going to be a no in my book, and you definitely need to set yourself free if that is your story. You will have to be brave and face your fears. I'm going to go ahead and take this one too. I think ultimately, whatever you're dealing with, you are ending something here with that Two of Swords, because you need balance back in your life big time. And when you do that, you are becoming this Queen of Swords energy, Libra. You want fairness. You have clarity for the first time. It's really going to be up to you. You're going to have when you become this Queen of Swords and you have boundaries, you've healed. She's been through a lot of pain, right? The Queen of Swords. And a lot of wisdom here. It's not that you're not open to opportunity. You can see it now better than you did before, but you have this authority now with this queen energy and the reflective past energy of what to cut out when it doesn't feel good. So this is your ability to face your fears here confidently and either end things with people who don't see your value, or to end things so that you can have something in your future, something good coming in with these opportunities and the Ace of Pentacles. So there's something big happening here, Pisces, where you are facing your fears. You have victory and victory here, possibly taking control. And even if you were dealing with someone who was unemotional and abusive, you can still harness the better qualities of your own inner emperor to say, I'm done with this. I deserve better, and to take your energy, time, effort, energy, resources elsewhere is what I'm seeing. So this is a very empowering reading here. Keeper of Wonder. I feel like this is don't lose hope. Don't lose hope on yourself. That's that Alice in Wonderland. I had a very strange dream the other day where I felt like I was in a Roald Dahl dream. There was a gap or a crevice in the wall, kind of like those breaks in the wall or trees in Stranger Things, but it was all bright and happy and cheerful. And I had to push through this wall of all these bright colors to get to the other side, which was full of like magic and fairies and stuff. It was so weird. It's pretty cool though. All right, let's see what we have here. Oh, wow. We have proposal. A romantic or business opportunity is indicated. Once you free yourself from something that is not good for you, that's when the good things come in. Wow. Look at that. It's there. There's that golden opportunity. Divine creativity. Look at that. More rainbows. Receiving cosmic intelligence. Ooh. I get the feeling that once you free yourself of this, things are going to really turn around for you. We have this 180 energy from the hangman. We have the wheel of fortune. I mean, things are going to just get so exponentially better for you. Bread, period of prosperity and abundance. There you go. Ear, good news. I feel like this is good news here, this whole thing. And bird perched, waiting for news. Package or a letter. Maybe this is the news that you've been waiting for. It's time to move on. It's time to be around people that really cherish you and really truly love you. There we go. All right, Pisces, that is your reading. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. Hit that like button, share, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.